Visit themonstertrain.com to sign up for the free beta and join the fight to save hell.
Hello everyone, I'm Mark and this is Andrew, and we both work at Shiny Shoe on the team building Monster Train. And today we have some really good news to share and also some bad news, and I'll start with the bad news. The bad news is that the sun is right in my face and it's very uncomfortable.
I like it though, you're blocking it from me. I'm just
he's hiding in my shadow.
I'm actually not like this short. I don't know why I was so short on here. It's all perspective.
Yeah, so we need to figure that out. But the good news is that today we can announce the release date of our public beta, which is going to be next Thursday, February 27th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I don't know what that'll be in your time zone, whatever it is. But that point in time, anybody who signed up on themonstertrain.com will receive a key for the public beta for Steam in your email, and then you will be able to play the build that I'm playing, or we will be playing here today, with two of our monster clans and some of the content that we've shown off on previous streams and we'll show off today. So February 27th, 10 a.m. If you haven't signed up already, sign up on themonstertrain.com. Just have to enter your email to do that. All right, cool. So in terms of the gameplay we're going to be showing off today, we are going to be continuing, not the run that we played last time, but a different run that's kind of at the same place.
Right.
So we've just defeated Daedalus, which is the kind of big flying guy with the wings we saw last time. So that was level 3. So we're on the 4th ring of hell now, the Waxen Arches. And before we really get into the gameplay and decisions, we need to show kind of the state of our artifacts and our deck to kind of get a sense of what's going on.
If you haven't watched any of the other streams, you're someone totally new. Really quick, really high level. This is a deck building roguelike game. So we have a deck we've been drafting. We have battles we've done. Currently, we're on the map where we make some big choices. So we're going to walk you through the stuff we already have and the things we've already done right now, and then we're going to do some battles, and you'll see what's going on.
Right. So this time we are playing the Awoken as our primary clan instead of the Hellhorned. So that means we have a different champion, and we'll show what that champion does in just a second.
And when you start a run, so Awoken and Hellhorn are the two you get access to in the beta. There are 3 more on top of that, so permutations are what, 20?
There's 20. There's 20 mixes of primary and
so every
allied
time you
clan.
start, you're going to pick your primary and your allied one, so there's a ton of combinations. In the beta, much fewer, but that's the way it is.
All right. Let's start looking at our artifacts, because that'll help explain some of the decisions that I made when I was setting up our deck for this run. So the very first one we have is the first Hell Pact. X-cost cards get +3 to their X value when played. So X-cost cards are cards that consume all of your Ember, which is our mana resource, and so this boosts them. I have Railhammer, grant +4 stacks of armor each time it is applied, which is something that currently, you'll see in a moment, is kind of irrelevant because we have no armor cards, but we could get some, and then that would make that better. Tempered Talisman, which gives me +3 magic power, so all of my spells are boosted because of that, which is great. And then after defeating Daedalus, I took Herzl's Compound, which gives me an extra capacity slot on each floor of the train. All right. Just quickly before we look at the deck, we had one question from DJF1107 who asked, how long will the beta last? The current plan is for 3 weeks. So, yep. All right, let's jump over to look at the deck. So here's my deck. The champion for the Awoken is the Sentient, and the first upgrade I chose for the Sentient is this Rejuvenate upgrade that deals 10 damage to the front enemy unit, and Rejuvenate is a trigger which happens when it is healed. So healing my champion deals damage to the enemy, essentially. I have an improved healing card, Focus Growth. I've got 3 copies of Glimmer, which is an AoE health and an AoE damage spell. I was copying this because of my talisman that gives it increased magic power, so it's it heals all my units, it damages all the enemies, and it triggers the Rejuvenate effect on my champion, so it's a nice little combo.
Pretty good.
Just to highlight a few others, we've got Hidden Passage to move enemy units out of the way again, or move our own units even. We've got Husk Hermit, which has the ability called Sweep, which I don't think we've seen yet. Sweep hits all enemies in the room, or on either side. Enemies can have Sweep too. So it's a little bit weak in terms of 2 attack, but hopefully we can boost that later. And I've got Spike of the Hellhorned, which is an X-cost card, which is boosted from our X+3, which gives additional rage and armor. So that can rage boost the attack of a unit and armor boost the defense. Oh, I guess I do have something now that goes up with my Railhammer artifact.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got Vent, which is another X card, which deals 2x damage to enemy units. I'm getting +3 more damage from magic power, and I'm getting +3 to the Ember cost from the other artifacts. So we got some nice synergy there.
We have a request to turn the music down a little.
Ah, all right, sure. Or we can just turn the game down completely. Let's see. All right. There we go.
Cool.
Let us know if that's better. I turned the game audio down completely. All right, so we need to make a decision as to where we are going to go on the map.
Oh, we have even more
There's another question from DJF. What's the heart on the cards mean? That is the health of the unit. So this Husk Hermit has 20 health by default. That can be boosted in various ways, but yeah, that's what they start with when they're summoned.
And you'll see how that works here in a minute. We're about to jump into a battle after we make a few map choices. So,
all right.
Left or right? So left side, we have coin. We can duplicate. We can really go down the strategy of this, get more of those glimmers. And we also have a unit batter. So more units at this point would be good. I think we're not like that full on units. Or the right side has a unit upgrade merchant. It has 20 health, which we don't need. And a node to purge, which is pretty good. But health makes it hard to want to choose that side, I think.
All right, so you want to go this way.
I think so. That said, the other reason I'd go to the right is like upgrading that sweep unit can be really good. So we should maybe look forward a little bit, see if there's any more ways to upgrade it soon. All right, we're going to have a chance. Next area, we're going to have to give up some other stuff. That's still, it's not a bad choice. What do you think? Do you have a favorite?
I think I would go this way.
You would go that way?
Yeah. I want to get rid of some of my lower value cards with the Purge node,
Yeah.
and I want to gamble on getting a nice upgrade for my sweep
Well, I
unit.
do like upgrading things. Let's upgrade. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to pick up the health just because why not?
Get it out of your way.
Get out of my way. All right, let's look at the merchant first. We got multi-strike and plus
fantastic.
damage. Can we afford both? Yes, just exactly.
Wow.
So I'm going to be
Did
tempted
we
to
plan
put
this?
both of those on my sweep guy right now.
Multi-strike for sure. Like it's just too good.
All right. Give him multi-strike. So that means he's going to attack twice whenever he attacks.
Right.
And I'm going to boost his attack
Go
too.
for it. So we have this thing. You have limited slots to upgrade, and we actually just added this week. You can see them now. You can see them right here. So there's 2 slots per card here. We just filled this card up. So once we hit upgrade, that guy's going to be locked in. Like events can still kind of break this rule. Other things can break this rule, but on average, you have a limited number of slots. So.
Right. Smex11877 says, why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? Yes, of course we should go for both. Let's do it.
Yeah,
all right.
right?
So we spent all our gold
We're not
on
going to
that.
limit ourselves.
Let's go and see what happens. Okay, now we got to decide what we're going to get rid of from our deck.
Right.
So we have a bunch of synergy with healing. We may have too many healing cards, however.
Is that possible?
I don't know. Like these train stewards are not super valuable now because they're like a weaker unit, but I don't have that many units right now.
We could throw one.
I'd probably get rid of one of the train stewards. And then a torch
I'd get
or
rid
a
of
restore.
I'd get rid of restore. We're good.
We got too many. All right.
Torch, the utility there is so high.
Okay. All right, so our battle is Hidden Assault. Sneaky Clipped have infiltrated our train.
Oh, this one's tough. So these guys, you can't attack on the bottom floor because they have stealth, so that's an effect they have. They also do a decent bit of damage, and adding 6 more damage with this trial, it's going to make them scary. That said,
we do have low health, and we have AoE damage with multiple cards. So
And we want 100 coins. We have no coins right now.
I would gamble for it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's take the trial,
We have max health.
which is going to increase the difficulty of the battle, but let's go for it.
All
right.
We're good at this game. We've played it before. We're good.
Okay, just a reminder of our trial, and here we go. So these stealth guys are in the train now.
Solid 11 damage each. So these guys are going to wipe out anything we put on that floor.
Good news, though.
You're just going to... Wow. One ember and just... I mean, you got to play it, right?
Yep, we're going to glimmer them.
Yeah, done.
All of them are dead.
You're not too good at this game. All right, so now we should start building up other floors.
Right, I think I'm going to not play them on this floor, just in case we get an unlucky draw and don't have any AoE damage.
Right.
So I'm going to start them up here. So I'm going to play my champion here.
Cool.
And I'm probably going to put this Husk Hermit behind the champion.
Behind or in front?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's got more health.
It's got more health.
Now you want to heal your champion, but
it will be better at the mini boss if this guy's in the back. So
that is true.
The champion accepts some damage.
Yeah,
so
I think probably.
I'll put him there. And then there's nothing to do with these torch cards right now because there's no enemies alive, so end turn. All right. What does this guy do? So we got this shield guy in the front who doesn't have anything special but has a bunch of armor. And what does the overcharge tank do?
So he's got a triggered ability here. That's the purple thing, the purple circle. This one is Harvest. So Harvest says whenever a unit dies, and that is any unit, friendly unit, enemy unit, if something dies, this guy is going to get 10 armor and become tougher to kill. So basically you never want to put like little chump blockers in front, which we don't really have. And yeah, you just don't want things to die around him. Right. So the pretty clear strategy probably is to get that, split them up, right?
Yep. So I would hidden passage this shield guy just to move him up.
Still going to do damage.
Yeah. Can we kill him though?
So what are we going to do? We have 16 plus whatever we get off the heals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think either one could be okay.
All right. Well, I'm holding the mouse, so I'm going to use my decision-making. So.
That's right. You have all the powers here. I'm just the devil on your shoulder.
So I'm going to hidden passage this guy.
All right. So let's see what we're doing here. We're doing 16. This guy has 30, 20 on armor, and 10 on health.
So we can kill him if I restore my champion, the Sentient, twice because of our rejuvenate damage ability.
Great.
So let's do that. So I would play that there. He takes 10 damage from the ability. Going to do it again. All right.
Perfect.
Now he's showing he's dead. Do we play this train steward anywhere?
I mean,
we
top
should.
Floor?
Top floor?
Bottom floor? Middle floor?
We don't want him to get killed. He's going to get killed by this guy.
No, maybe middle.
Middle? We could put him in the middle.
Just really stack that up.
Stack that up?
Sure.
All right.
Let's do it. Little train steward sandwich there.
All right, we have a question from San Francisco. Are there many effects that draw more cards? Yes.
There are some.
There are definitely some. Card drawing is more of a theme of one of the clans that we are not showing today and will not be in the public beta, but there are some even in the Awoken.
Yeah.
Like Focus Growth here is a healing card that's an improvement over Restore. It not only heals more, it also draws 1. All right. So this is not good. We don't want our champion to die. Our preview is showing us that because enemies attack first, the overcharge tank will punch and kill the champion, so we should do something about that.
And so I guess to reiterate here, the number in the upper right of the health for new people, that is a combat preview, so it shows how much damage things are going to take, and if they're going to take lethal damage, it will show a red X like it does here. So that enemy will do 11 damage. Our champion front unit has 9 health. It will, in fact, die, unless we do some things, which we are.
Okay.
So
what should we do? Let's just, I don't know.
You want a straight heal? I mean, like, we got Glimmer, we got Vent.
I mean, we definitely want to do one of the AoE damage spells here again.
We want to do Vent on the bottom floor, I think, for sure. But we want to do it last. So let's talk about Vent for just a second.
Sure.
So, not to gloss over this too much. So the way X-cost cards work is it takes all of your Ember, all of your resources, and it will funnel it in and do that effect. So this will do 2x damage to enemy units. So if we were to play it now, it would do, well, it says 12, and the reason is that it would take 3 of our Ember, plus 3 from that artifact. If you want to just mouse over that real quick. So a quick reminder, we have this artifact, this passive benefit, which adds 3 to X-cost cards. So it would do 12 damage, plus 3, because we even have plus 3 magic power. So what this also means is this card is going to do a lot of damage, even when we're at 0 Ember. So if we play out like the rest of our turn and come back to it, we're still going to get a base like 9 AE damage on it, which is pretty great.
Yep.
So we've kind of built a passive strategy around making this card pretty good. So that's going to knock out the bottom floor straight up, no matter what. So that means we can, use our Glimmer.
Probably Glimmer here to heal my team and damage the enemy.
And it does that bonus damage, does so much damage to them. We could heal again.
And do it again.
Do it again. So we've almost taken care of that guy, not quite.
If we torch him, he'll be dead.
But we won't get to play our Train Steward.
All right, which I've upgraded this one previously with Large Stone, which increases the capacity that he takes. So these 3 pips here, these match the amount of capacity that's allowed to play in a room. So I can't play this Train Steward in this room because it's already full. As you see, it's red. However, we have 2 completely empty rooms I could play the Train Steward in. So I don't know. Yeah, this guy's pretty good. He's been upgraded. It gave him plus 10 attack and plus 10 health.
But he's going to take a solid 11 damage we use him to fend off that middle guy? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we can't play him here anyways, so...
No, we'd have to play him on the top floor.
So...
Or bottom.
Yeah, Do we go for the kill on the tank, or do we play the train steward to set up?
I think I'd do the steward.
You'd do it?
I think.
Did you put it on the bottom and then just wipe these guys out?
Top floor, I think.
Top floor?
Yeah. Just, get a little board presence, but not put them at risk.
All right.
And then we've got that vent.
Now we're going to vent this room. They're all dead. And done.
DJF1107 says, I love the Slay the Spire and MOBA mix. Thanks. Yeah, no, this is... you can see where all the strategy comes in with this kind of game. We obviously love card games. If you saw my desk, you'd see it covered in Magic cards. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. And we think that it really adds something new to the genre to have like this sort of tower defense, enemies moving through it type of aspect.
Yeah, we didn't introduce brand new people to our game and our stream, like what the overall goal is. So we're trying to protect our pyre up here.
Right.
This is our pyre crystal. We cannot put any of our units into this room. If enemies reach here, they start damaging it. This is where the same health here in the upper left is representative of the health of our pyre. If the pyre loses all of its health points, then it's the run's over. It's game over. So yeah, we definitely don't want that to happen, but
Right,
looks
so-
good here.
Yeah, we're gonna at least take care of him, and maybe we can kill him before he does damage, even, which would be great.
Yep.
Save some life.
So,
But we have other things to do.
right.
That Glimmer, we've got Spike of the Hellhorn, we have another X-Cost card. This one is fantastic. It gives Rage, which does extra damage. It gives Armor, which gives extra health. Probably, because of the Rage, we might want to put it on our back row double attacker.
Yep, I probably would. I think I would most likely focus growth this guy,
Right.
our champion, the
Like,
Sentient,
heal it
just
up
to
to
heal
full.
him up to full.
So we should do that first. We'll get that card draw. So that gives us a new card.
All right, so we got Torch.
We probably want to AE the bottom floor. Although killing that front unit, which I think we want to do, is going to give armor to the tank because of his trigger.
Yep.
How do you win, though, is a question that DJ
Well,
is asking.
you have to get through 8 rings of hell to reach the center of hell, which is where you put the pyre crystal back into the center, which reignites the flames. We didn't talk about why on the map things were frozen over. So that's because the forces of heaven in this kind of faction of heaven called the Gilded Wing are trying to destroy hell, and so you're on a mission to try to restore it by bringing the pyre into the center of hell.
That's right. And so we're on the 4th battle. There are 8 total battles, and they get progressively harder and more kind of tactically interesting. So we're not even halfway through a run right now. And then obviously there's a ton of permutations. It is a roguelike. Mutators, high scores, leaderboards, all that great stuff. So you can play this game for hundreds of hours, and in fact we have.
Yep.
So we got to make some choices here so we can hopefully get to at least a couple more battles for you guys.
All right.
So probably the Glimmer on the bottom board. Yeah, let's do it. All right. So we did some damage, but he also got that armor. And then let's look at this top floor. Like, I sort of feel like we should torch this guy.
It would kill him, and we would take no damage. All right,
So
let's do that.
we're gonna lose a point on the Spike of the Hellhorn. That seems okay. So drop it on the back row.
I would probably put it on the back guy because
Alright,
he's going to be protected for some time. All right. So, we got a little tutorial. That card had Consume. Why don't we talk about what Consume means?
Sure. Cards with Consume. We can just read the tutorial. They're placed in the Consume pile when played, and that means they will not be available until the next battle. Obviously, it's a card game. Some special cards can get them back, but as a rule, they will not come back. So there's this purple pile. We can click on it. We can see, that was a very good card. Consume cards usually are higher power, but it also means you can only play them once per battle. It has gone into the Consume pile.
All right.
So we got one use out of it that we're going to get.
There's nothing else to do. Let's end. All right. We have a resting round where no new enemies spawn to help prepare for the upcoming boss. And we got some stuff we can do here. I'm probably going to Glimmer because we're going to trigger the Rejuvenate effect.
All Glimmer, all the time. That's our strategy. So
Now he's confirmed to die, although we're going to take 11 points.
yeah, I don't know if we can really stop that death.
I would play out the cards anyways, just for fun.
Just for fun. I mean, just live your best life.
It's probably better to torch and then vent.
I mean,
Anyway, it's not going to
probably.
matter.
Yeah, we're just doing it.
Okay.
Just don't play that card. That would mess everything up.
Unless we want to move some stuff up there, but we probably don't. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, so this is the final wave. For new folks in the chat, let's talk about it a bit. So mini bosses and bosses have relentless at certain points. So mini bosses always have it. What Relentless does, it puts this nice little glow around the room, and it also means that combat will continue in that room until all of one side is dead. So normally, as you saw, they do a single round of battle and then move up, but with Relentless, they just fight it out. So it's really good to kind of build up your rooms in preparation for these bosses to show up at the end. Once you defeat the boss, you do win the battle. And also, once they leave a floor, they destroy it. So this guy's, you can't even go in there anymore. We'll see that in a minute. But we probably should play something first, which we have some options. But as usual, sort of seems like Glimmer is the,
yep,
at a very least, a starting point.
That's why I copied it so many times.
So we've got those Glimmers. Now we probably want to repair our guys.
I think so. It'd be tempting to torch them, but I think we want to repair
At
here.
least is a little safer. We could do it once. We could also torch them.
I'm just going to be
You're just gonna do it?
extra safe. I mean, we have so much healing, though. It's
true.
It's likely
we'll probably
we're
draw
gonna-
healing. We'll get it
We
done.
could look at our draw pile. We've got 2 Glimmers. I mean,
This is not in order, obviously, but it's what
Yeah.
we've got.
all right. I'm going to torch them then. Take the risk. DJF asks, does the opponent have a mob limit? Essentially, yes. There is a limit for the number of creatures that can be on either side of the room. We've designed the game where there's not like so many that come out in a single wave that it would ever reach that limit, but there's
Right.
ways through your own cards and actions to push many enemies into the same room, which can be great for AoE damage type spells. But there is a limit because, once they get too many, you can't even really see who's there. So,
Right.
All right, let's end our turn. Okay, so that's the first time we've seen that happen. The floor was destroyed.
The floor was destroyed, so we obviously cannot put things there anymore, which is not great for us, but that's the enemy's goal. And we have a new hand of cards.
Yep.
Probably Glimmer all day, every day.
Right. Well, our preview. I just want to point out, our preview is showing right now. If we don't do
Right.
anything, that all of our units are going to be killed.
Right, and we will get 93 damage on the enemy, which is definitely good.
Yeah.
It's important to us.
So we'll start with Glimmer.
So that was pretty solid. So upping our health increased the damage output. We also got a few hits on them, so their health went down. Our damage went up. This is the most damage we're going to be able to do, but we could put a little more damage on them.
I'm going to focus Growth, my champion, to get the healing damage rejuvenate again.
Sounds great.
And draw another
And then
card.
I think we can basically just line this one up, right?
Yeah, looks like he's dead. I'm just going to rejuvenate damage again. And now our boss in the preview is showing he's dead. So I'm going to end turn,
It's good enough for me.
and they're going to fight it out. Yeah, so this enemy has Relentless, which is something we didn't talk about yet on this stream again, which means it attacks until either it's dead or your units are dead in that floor, and then if it defeats all your units, it destroys the floor. But this time we won, so we got the bonus from the trial, which is great, so we're going to get 150 gold. Let's collect that.
And then we get additional card drafts at the end of every battle. So one from each clan, obviously. So picking which clans you want to play as are important because it's what cards you get. Yeah, so what's our... All right, so you guys have kind of seen our strategy so far. You've seen we like healing. We have a little more healing here, although it's kind of a weird one. This one descends units and then heals it. So you can descend enemy units, which can be good, obviously, but it also heals them. Or we could heal our own units, but it would also move them around. Cycle of Life is a fantastic card, but it's expensive. It costs 3 Ember. That would take an entire turn. But we get 3 spikes, which deal damage when we're attacked. Always good. We get attacked often. And it gives us plus 10 max health. Like, not just healing, max health. Which clearly could make our champion pretty
Right.
strong.
We've got a lot of ways to heal, so that would boost the kind of defensiveness of our champion and protect attacking units behind them.
So we've got a couple quick questions. San Francisco asks, is there any reason to save up your gold? 2 reasons. One, maybe better merchant options. There's different things you can buy. You can buy artifacts, which are these passive benefits. Maybe the upgrades you want aren't there. There are stronger upgrades. So each merchant offers some strong upgrades and some weaker upgrades, and the stronger ones are very strong.
Right.
The other reason to save it is you get extra score at the end of the run the more coin you have. So if you think you're going to win and you want to go for a high score, you can save it. Now, if you lose and you don't spend it, you really only have yourself to blame. But sometimes you're just doing so well, you know you're going to crush the run, and so you can start saving up coin to make everyone look bad.
All right. And DJF asks, does the train restore itself after every fight? And the answer to that is no. So there are ways to heal it, as we saw on the map previously before this battle. There are like healing nodes on the map, basically, as you make choices on which way you want to go. And that, I think, There's more ways to heal it than that that are like kind of complex and advanced stuff that we
Right,
probably won't
cards,
see.
events, other things.
But that's the main way you heal it.
That's the main way you heal. And usually you take more damage than this. We're having a pretty good run. We're having some good luck. We're facing battles that are weak against our strategy. Right. Sometimes you get the opposite. You fight battles that are good against your strategy, and you just got to live with it. So do we want to try Cycle of Life? Preserve Thorns we talk about, but it's not really our strategy. It gives you 3 copies of a 0-cost damage spell. That can be a lot of fun, but not really the route we're going.
All right. Sure, let's go Cycle of Life.
Yeah, I like that card. It is expensive, but...
all right, we get to choose a card now from our allied clan, the Hellhorn.
Right, so there's a couple Imp Synergy cards, but we don't have any Imps this run, I think, so...
It's obvious that we're not going to choose either of these.
We're going to probably skip those. This guy, it's a good unit.
So either we're going to take the Deranged Brute or we're going to skip it and get gold. So
yeah, I like the Brute. I mean, like, we got that Rage.
I want to get rid of more Train Stewards too, so
yeah, it's a better unit. It's just a better unit.
Let's just take that guy.
Okay, more choices. So more merchants. We do have a Trinket Merchant this time, which lets you buy artifacts, or we can keep upgrading our units. I would have said skipping the upgrades because we had capped out our good unit, but we have another good unit, so maybe the upgrades are worth it. That box gives us a free artifact, which is better than paying for it, but it's less of a choice.
Yep.
Events are... We haven't done a lot with events. We should do an event.
Yeah, we should go this way.
I mean, and you want to get rid of those, yeah.
Yep. Purge is good too, and we've got a Dark Forge to upgrade our champion.
Yeah.
And with the amount of gold we have, we're only going to be able to buy 1 artifact at max, but
it can be our favorite one.
It can be our favorite one.
Right.
So. Okay.
Unless we can't agree.
So we're going to the left. What order of operations do you want to do here?
So I mean, the merchant is automatic. Like, we can always come back to it.
Okay. Let's go to the merchant.
Okay. Right. So merchant costs are reduced by 25%. So if we think we're going to get value out of the guild marker, that's a pretty good one.
Yep.
Root Split Mask, rooted to enemy units when they enter the floor below the pyre room.
That's pretty good. We've got a lot of AoE damage, and having them rooted in there means we get another round of combat to blast them with more AoE stuff.
They'd have to get that far, but I do agree. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Also, enemies get -1 attack when they enter, which is just always good. Like, I feel like we're taking some damage. I don't know. This is a tough choice. I think probably not the guild marker. We're a little late in this run for that.
Yep.
It can be fun, but
I'd probably go for the Root Split Mask.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think it's more interesting in terms of us showing
stuff off
on the stream
sure,
than the
let's
Winged
go Root
Indulgence.
Split.
So we're going for that.
That cost most of our coin. We can't get anything else. Although I guess we could have come back. We talked about being able to come back, and then we're like, nah, we can't wait. That was pretty clear. Event, usually.
All right.
Yeah, see what we get.
We're going to the Concealed Caverns.
So, yeah, these are random events that happen that do interesting things.
All right, the train stops near some familiar crystals. The Covenant Memorial in the middle is refracted twice by the crystals surrounding it. One larger, one smaller. In front of each, there are markings for a creature to stand and receive the remaining energy. Do you investigate the crystals further, Andrew?
Oh, of course. Large one to make a unit bigger, take more capacity, but plus 15, plus 15, plus 15, plus 15, which is good. Very good. Or small one, which makes a unit... So this is kind of fun, because we've already made a unit 3. We can actually just take them right back down to 0, or to 1.
Yep.
So...
But I would be highly tempted to put the Major Refraction on our sweep guy, who's got multi-strike already. And we did take the Herzl's Compound plus 1 capacity on each
true. I actually wonder if this one is going to let you break the rules or not.
What do you mean?
Because it's a choice, the upgrade.
Oh,
because it is a cap.
That's true. He's capped out. So
he's capped out, and I think this event might... Some events do let you break the rules in certain ways. I think this one might not. But we could always upgrade our other, like, 15,
I'm going to look at my deck again.
That Brute could get brutier.
Yeah, we could do the Brute.
As they say.
Yeah, you're right. That would backfire if we
were relying on that. Yeah, I mean, that train steward could just be the largest of train stewards.
That's true. It might look funny. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I love breaking things.
What do you want to do?
Oof, let's do it. Let's just go big.
Let's go big. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
You can't.
So
put
this
on
one's not going to let you break that rule. But we can click on these guys and just sort of dream, like see what it feels like. 2045.
2045 is a lot.
I mean, that's beefy. 30. That's less beefy. I like the more. Let's get more beef. Yeah.
You want to put it on the Brute?
I think so. We're gonna keep that guy. That's great. So 3 capacity now. It's bigger. It's taking up more space, but it's a lot scarier.
All right.
So
let's move on. Okay.
Cool. All right. So, so we can upgrade our champion some more. So your champion's a special unit. It is based on your primary clan. It's the same all the time, but you do upgrade it in different ways, mix and match. It's got upgrade paths here. So we already took this Rejuvenate. It's been working out for us pretty well.
Yep.
The downside with the Rejuvenate choice is the max health stays lower. This Cultivating one, 45, great front wall, great tank. 20 is less good tank. It's not scaling as well. Things are doing more damage. There's a chance we could lose it, or we'd have to start putting it in the back row, which makes the healing less good. But 20 damage every time is a lot of damage.
I would probably go for that. It's greedier, but
great.
we already have a ton of healing spells.
We do. It's kind of our strategy here, so
I'm going for it.
let's not back down now.
All right.
And then purging, it's pretty straightforward. I think we could probably get rid of our last sort of like uninteresting steward. Maybe a torch at this point. Like those restores are 20 damage now,
Yeah.
so I feel
Let's get rid of a torch.
cool.
All right. Moving on to the next battle.
Next battle. So once again, kind of touch on trials. This is a way to make it harder for additional reward. Otherwise, you can sort of look at the battle, and especially if you've played a few runs, you can sort of understand what you're up against. What do you think? I mean, we got full health. That's usually what I go on. If I have full health,
Spikes, I mean, we've got so many ways to heal also.
right.
So
That double attack, though, it's going to take double spikes. But it's a 20. It's fine. Let's do it.
all right.
We're so low on coin. We need that coin.
All
Let's
right.
get paid.
Let's take it.
We're getting a quick reminder. That's a very good reminder. For the people who are new to watching the stream today, we did announce at the beginning of the stream when beta starts. So beta is going to be closed, but obviously you can sign up right now. We're going to be inviting a bunch of people. So go sign up. I'm sure a link will be in chat.
TheMonsterTrain.com.
TheMonsterTrain.com, just in case you don't like clicking links instead of like typing into URL bars, old school style. Sign up. We are going to start. We're going to kick it off under a week. Next week,
Yep.
Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, which I'm sure you can figure out what time it is in your time zone. We started the stream at 11, so it's an hour earlier.
Yeah.
It's the morning.
6 days from now.
So we're going to be streaming also. We're going to show off cool stuff, but it's also fully public, fully streamable. It's going to have the first two clans out of 5. So it's not going to have most of the game content, but it's going to have a lot of game content. You can play the exact same run we are playing today. We're actually playing right on the build.
Yep.
We're playing on the build. This is the game you guys will be playing next Thursday. And it's no cost or anything. Just sign up and you get to play the game. So we're looking forward to having you all play. Stream it yourselves maybe. And, join us on Discord also. Do all these things. Wishlist on Steam.
All right.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, Andrew?
What are we doing? What have we done? What are we doing? All right. What are we up against? We've got an attacker in the back row,
Yep.
which is just going to do a bunch of damage. Got spikes 'cause we made that choice. The front row has a slay trigger. So and he also has sweep. So like our guy has sweep, this guy has sweep. The Master of Light. So it's going to do 3 damage to all of our units. 3 damage, not a lot of damage. But if it gets a kill, which is that slay trigger, it gets 3 rage. For every rage, you do 2 extra damage. So it quickly gets really scary, out of control, if you let it start killing things. So it starts off weak, can get scary. Let's not let it kill things.
I feel like we got lucky though, because Master of Light, we have a lot of high health units. He's unlikely to kill somebody.
Right.
In our
So
deck
once
right
again,
now.
we're sort of running up against battles that are like not that bad for us. I love it. We have a lot of options in our hand. We have units here to play. We've got this vent. We've got this hidden passage. Our
definitely
Ascension.
play both of these guys.
Yeah. Do we want to do it bottom row? Probably the bottom 4.
All right, let's just play him there.
Let's just play it there. Let's not even think too hard about it. So
Or obviously, I think we should restore.
We should restore.
To hit the 20 damage,
yeah, so our back row guy's gonna start taking a bunch of damage,
and we're gonna
especially because of like the sweep is gonna hit both units.
It's gonna look a lot better after we vent this room, though.
It's gonna look a lot better after we vent,
So-
and so we don't want a hidden passage, I assume, because
No.
we're gonna vent. So yep, great. All right, so we blew him up. Only 9 damage. The reason we're doing taking 3 less damage is because that unit had spikes that we were gonna hit. Plus, we're taking 6 less from our front guy. So this is
We
great.
could push him up and just take no damage and just hope we can kill him with spells before he gets to the top, but that's probably unlikely.
I think probably let's do the damage. This is a pretty good trade. We're gonna have to get those heals though. DJF asks, will you start with both unlocked? Yes, you do start with both unlocked. You have to have 2 clans basically. Like, you don't ever play a single clan. You always
Right.
play 2. So
Yeah, in Monster Train, always a primary and allied clan, and in the full game with all 5 clans, then that's where that 20 permutations came from of mixing and matching every primary and allied clan together.
So
all right, so we had
this is a tough one.
A collector spawned into this floor. He got rooted though because of our root split mask. So collectors normally escape on the turn, at the end of the turn if you don't kill them.
Right.
We want to kill them because we're going to get gold.
Right.
But this guy's not going to escape because he's rooted. So we get 1 extra turn to try to get rid of him.
Right. Also, we have some tough decisions. I think our bottom floor is probably going to look rough. Like, our guy's going to die, which is not great.
Right.
Obviously, we have options, but we also have Cycle of Life.
I don't think we're playing Cycle of Life. We're Glimmer bombing this room.
You know?
You want to play Cycle of Life?
Let's just talk about what it would feel like to play that.
Here?
Yeah, we can play it on our back row unit to save them. The spikes are less useful, but 10 max health is pretty good. We're not going to get... We are going to still drop that back row guy. Is going to die.
I mean, plus 10 health, this increases the max health, and we also get the 10 immediately?
We do.
Okay, well then he wouldn't die if we cast it on him.
Right, exactly. So we're going to max that, but... The Glimmer is nice. I mean, that's 20 damage per Glimmer. Like, we could kind of just wipe out this floor.
If we Glimmer twice, we're going to kill everybody on this floor.
I mean, that's pretty tempting.
So that's what I would do.
That's probably the strategy.
Right.
So this is the risk with Cycle of Life. Great card. Better if you have more Ember generation sometimes, but, it's still not bad.
I think I would just do it again here.
Well, I'll just throw something at you.
Yeah, throw something at me.
We can use it on the other floors to do some damage. And we can use Restore on this floor to clean this guy up.
That's true. We don't need to do a Glimmer here. Right?
So,
well, it would heal him, but...
Yeah.
All right, so kill this guy.
Or the top guy.
The Cherub.
I know we have another turn, but, we can take a little damage. I'd rather get that coin, I think.
All right, you want to get the coin.
I do want that coin. I want to get paid.
All right, then I'm going to restore our champion to get the 20 damage on
Sounds
that.
great. Yeah, let's just... There we go.
All right.
We're too good at this game. Great, we got Root. Like, we have an extra whole turn for that guy.
That's true.
Okay, fantastic. So, lots of options here. Yeah, that's not great. That's a bad sign. So that Red X, once again, how's that going to happen? Let's think about this a little bit. He's going to double attack, and he's going to do just like 12 damage from all those thorns.
Right.
So if we can knock out that front guy, that'll help us a lot.
Which we can if we commit both healing spells to our champion and
Right.
don't heal.
Right,
our
we just
Hermit.
keep that Hermit's getting hurt.
We can give the Hermit armor no matter what
That
at the
is
end of the
true.
turn, even with 0 Ember.
That is true. Or we can give even more right now.
We could.
How much? 12? That's pretty good. 12 rage, 12 armor?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, like, maybe we just accept our fate.
I would be tempted to cast this and then see what our card is too.
Okay,
Because
well,
if we get
I-
another Glimmer, then that would be good.
Oh, that's good. So many choices. That's why the game's great.
All right.
Yep,
I'm gonna
do
do
That's
that.
fine. Let's do it. Oh no. Now we have additional choices. So we drew our Brute, who's obviously a very good unit. It will cost the rest of our Ember for the turn. It will cost 2. We can still play the Spike of the Hellhorn.
As a brief aside, we have a question from Dizagi. Missed the start. How do the different floors interact with each other in combat?
Fantastic question. Could not have asked a better question. So,
Yeah, we've got 4 floors here. So
Right.
at the very top is our pyre. Our pyre is like our overall health in terms of our, if we're going to win the run or lose. If we lose all our health from the pyre, we lose the game. We're trying to get the pyre crystal to the center of hell to restore hell. That's how you win a run. We can't play any units in here, but the enemy climbs at the end of each turn unless you've done something to prevent them from being able to climb. And they're climbing up here to deal damage to your pyre. So in this battle so far, we've only played our units in the first floor, which is where the enemies enter. However, that's not always the best strategy. In fact, it often is not. And so we have, just as an example, we've got this guy who's rooted up here. He will not climb this turn because he's rooted, but on the next turn he'll climb up and deal some damage to our pyre. However, it's not going to be too much. So right now we don't have to worry about him too much.
Right.
So we've got now 2 units that we could play. We can't play either of these units into this bottom floor because we only have 2 capacity slots open. And we've upgraded both of these units to be larger, so they take 3 capacity, which are these little pips at the top of the card. So we cannot put any of our units here. We could... So we're back to the decision, like, do we want to play these guys on higher floors now, or do we want to try to save the Husk Hermit essentially.
Right. Which we could still do, I think, with that spike. So it's going to take 12. So it'll get 6.
Would you kill the Clip Defender by restoring the champion first?
Oh, that's the other option. So I think I want that Deranged Brute. It's so good. And I think there's a chance we won't... Well, we don't have that many cards, so we might draw it before the end of combat. Still get to use it against the boss.
You choose this one.
Okay. All right. Let's say... All right. So I think we will get our Deranged. All right. So I think what we should do...
What do you want to play?
Oh, yeah. I don't think play him, actually. I think we'll get him back.
Okay.
So I think let's go with what you were saying. Let's use Restore on the champion. Great. We'll knock that guy out. So we've already saved our Hermit. We're going to save him more. But I think let's play the Train Steward. Let's get that one. We'll just play on top floor. Take care of that problem. There we go. So we don't have to worry about him later.
You want to cast this now, or you want to wait and hope to get it back? We've got 13 cards.
I think let's do it. I think like the
Cast
risk.
it?
Yeah, let's not be too greedy.
Oops. On the
Hermit.
on the
Yeah.
Hermit. Okay.
All right. So that's nice 10 armor,
All right.
6 rage.
Okay.
So
Let's go.
great. So that's 10 armor. We got bonus from our artifact.
That's right.
I had forgotten about that.
From the Railhammer.
That's right. +4. Anytime you get armor, we get +4. Right now, it's the only way we get armor, but maybe we'll get more.
All right. Well, you know me. I want to cast Glimmer as soon as I see it.
How would we not? Yeah, I think let's do it. So it's already solving some problems. We've got the vent. So each ember is worth how much damage on the vent at this point? Just 2, right?
2, yeah.
So those torches are much more worth playing, unless we're going to do AE, which
Yep.
we're not.
So I would torch this guy. Just get rid of
Kind
him.
of take him out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Just get rid of him.
And then just vent that bottom.
Just vent the
and
bottom.
He's just gonna die anyway. So
All right.
it's basically easy mode.
We've got resting time
Ooh,
and Cycle of
yeah.
Life's a nice one for resting. Shall we go ahead and
let's do
put
it.
this
Let's-
on our champion?
Let's drop it on champion. Probably should heal our back row, but whatever. I like playing that card. Jizza says they like the number of different options. Leaves opportunity for different plans. Oh yeah, there are so many ways to build it, and things you haven't even seen yet in like the meta game. Like you can upgrade and then duplicate. So for example, if we should find it. There's duplicate nodes soon. We should actually make a copy of our favorite units. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Cool.
Feels broken. Anyway, so we're in pretty good shape.
We're in the resting round.
Yeah, we don't really want to ascend anything.
I don't know, do we? I think it's highly likely because of the spikes thing. Husk Hermit's going to die for sure. Should we pull him up and save him in the next round and then try to put the Deranged if he comes?
Sounds risky.
Sounds risky to you?
I mean,
I kind of want to do it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's break this up. So you normally can't move your units, but certain cards let you move units around, and Hidden Passage is one of them. So we are going to...
Let's do it. I want to show Dizagi how this works anyways, since they're
one of
asking
our
about it.
favorite people.
All right. Okay, so we moved our Husk Hermit up, which I'm doing in preparation for the upcoming mini boss. And I just assume that our Sentient is going to die for sure, but hopefully we'll get a handful of healing spells and can unload some
Do some
of those on
damage.
there, so.
We have those 3 spikes. It'll do a little bit in return, but this
right.
boss is going to do a lot of damage. So this boss does 15 damage, 200 health. We'll get a solid 6 on them right now.
But we got our Deranged Brute that we wanted to wait for, which
we're going to miss out on 40 damage, but it's probably still worth it.
I don't know. Would you set him up here or set him up there?
I think above. I think
Above?
we've got
And put him in front?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, look at that big guy. So units actually scale in size if you give them extra capacity. It's a lot of fun. DJF had a quick question. What's the difference between primary and secondary clan?
Right, so primary clan determines what champion you get. Every clan has a unique champion unit, so we got the Sentient this time. If we were Hellhorned as our main clan, we would have the Hornbreaker Prince, who's a more attacking-focused unit. The Sentient has the ability to deal damage through this Rejuvenate ability that we've upgraded, but is less of an attack-focused clan for just the champion. And then each of the other 3 clans that are not going to be in the beta, that are in the full game, have totally different things that they do as well. And then that's really it. I think then from there, am I forgetting something?
There's a little other skew. I think the banner for your primary clan is a little more likely to show up, but not a lot.
Okay.
Also, you have some starting cards once you unlock the first Covenant, which is sort of like the challenge component of the game. And that's also the very first level of the challenge Covenants in the beta, but the rest aren't. And you get an uncommon card from your clan as well. to
Right.
kind of start the run.
Okay,
So,
that's
there's a little skew, but you could totally build in a different direction if you want to.
Right, you get access to all of the cards and artifacts from both clans.
Right.
But that's what's fun once you get the full game and you have all 5 of them. The theory crafting of like what's the most fun combo or what's the coolest way to mix the abilities of each clan to create like awesome combinations of card effects. All right, so I think we might as well heal and get the 20 damage off this, but we're not going to get much else out of it.
Yes, maybe Glimmer actually.
Just Glimmer.
Yeah, I think so. It's a little extra damage.
Yep. Why not?
So, all right, this boss might hurt a little. We'll see. There we go. All right, so
All right, we
see if
lost our
this
champion.
strategy pays off. So we're gonna get 96, which is pretty good. I think getting some heals on that back row could increase damage.
Yep.
So Glimmer seems worth it.
Yep. I think so. That was good.
Probably heal it again.
Might as well.
Just keep it going.
Yep. It was better.
And then Torch and Vent. I mean, Torch is still
Yeah.
higher, utility. So all right, we're getting closer.
So we are not going to kill this boss.
At least. Yeah.
All right. We don't have a ton of like.
See how our train steward does on the top here. All right, so immune to root. Bosses are immune to root. So we tried with the root split mask. Didn't work. So we're not actually doing any damage right now. So let's
try to change that.
let's try to change that. So I think we need that. We don't need the cycle of life, but oof. No, it wouldn't make that big of a difference. It would give us 2 hits either way.
This would give us only 1 hit because the
Like-
enemies attack first, right? So
Yes,
we
yeah,
need
one
get
bonus
15
hit.
damage.
But we'd get spikes on there.
We could just hidden passage the boss straight into the power room, which
That's the
would
worst
be foolish.
idea we've had all day. Let's not do that.
How about let's hidden passage our unit just to show what happens when you
Sure.
try to push somebody into the pyre room. You
Nice.
can't. So, we can't have any of our friendly units here. It's blocked by this big thing that this is how the train gets power, gets it from the pyre. So we can't play our units there. All right, so
So focused growth could maybe draw us a different card, but then we can't play Cycle of Life.
we'll get 3 extra damage just by having the spikes.
Yeah, but we could torch for 5. But that would be 6 off the spikes.
Yep, we'd get 6 off the spikes.
So,
Might as well cycle of life.
all right, let's do it.
All right.
Play our power card.
All right, so
So
we're going to deal
21
21 damage. It's not going to die. It's going to deal some damage to the pyre, but we've got enough health to survive that.
Right.
You lose points if you take pyre damage, right? Which is not good, but boom. Our pyre took out the boss.
So we're down to 102. We started at 120. Not so bad. Although there's a bug. Why does that say 38?
I don't know.
Oh, mysteries. I'll look at that one later. Okay, so we could actually draft another Cycle of Life. It's doing okay. I don't think we need another one. We already
No, I
didn't
don't
play
think
that
so
one
either.
enough. We have Awake, which is 2 cost, 13 health, and Regen. Regen is great, so it restores 1 health per stack at the end of each turn. But the great thing with the Rejuvenate trigger is you just get to keep firing it. So it's like free. Oh, that's so good.
This looks like a really good card for our current strategy.
Yeah, Invigorating Solutions. So card draw came up. It's a consume card that draws 3. Also a fantastic card in a lot of situations, but we haven't seen any regen yet. That regen is really good with our strategy. So
I'd go with Awake.
all right, let's go with Awake. Ooh, another Deranged Brute. Wow, we're getting some dupes today. All right.
Well, I am level 1. So you unlock
that's why.
more cards and more artifacts for all clans. Every clan can go up to level 10. So we're on level 1, so we don't have access to the full deck
Right.
of either clan.
And if we lose this next, so I think we should do the next battle. I think it's probably gonna be our last battle, and we'll try to kind of speed things up, keep things going.
All right.
And if we lose it, then you guys can see us maybe level up.
Branding rate's pretty good, I think. Well, except for the Ember cost
Right.
being high, but we have so many ways to heal. So this is like a dual-use card. You can cast it on an enemy to deal direct damage for 8, and if that kills them, then great. But if it doesn't kill them, it adds 15 armor. So for our units, like we have all this AoE healing and so on, so like we could deal 2 damage to our own units and then heal them back up, and we would get the benefit of that extra armor. We've got a lot of high health units.
Yeah.
This seems like a pretty good card for our deck.
I do like the synergy.
And it's piercing, which is something we haven't talked about. It means it goes through different types of shields. There are a variety of them. We won't go into it right now, but that can be good in various situations.
I like it.
Let's just put it that way. So you want to go with it?
Let's go with it.
Let's try.
All right, a few more map choices. We're rich in unit upgrades this run. Yet another Merchant of Steel. So no spell upgrades.
Get an extra 100 coin.
Which, actually, we're not going to hit it today. What's the final boss? Like, so if you might not have noticed up here, Seraph the Diligent, you can see what the final boss is going to be and sort of build your strategy around it because they often counteract strategies.
Which is to imply that there are multiple different final bosses.
Right. So this one devours your spells, so it makes all of your spells consume. So it's a good thing we have a pretty unit-heavy strategy, actually, because that makes spell strategies worse.
Well, we did say we're going to speed it up, and this is going to take more time.
Yeah.
So let's go this way.
Let's go the quick way.
Let's go
I
the
agree
quick
with it.
way.
Let's get some quick coins.
All right, let's get some coins. Let's get some health.
And we're back to another artifact merchant, so different artifacts, obviously. Ooh, some of these are great. Collection of Tales. Rage does not decay. So that rage, that does +2 damage per stack. Decays 1 stack per turn. This just stops that. It doesn't decay anymore.
It's a very good artifact. I love that one personally.
Definitely favorite. Cursed Vines. Half the time when units spawn in, they swap their order, or the back and the front change.
Which is cool, but it's not that important for
We've got that sweep already.
We've got sweep, we've got AoE damage.
Right, so
really
it's not as good with ours, yeah.
Yeah, why you want to take this is you want to get these like backline weak guys that can have like high enchantments and so on. Yeah, but it's a good one. It can be a good one. And then our last choice is Split Anvil. After playing a spell, spells in your hand with a lower ember cost are free this turn.
That's pretty good with our high cost. We have a 3 and a 2 right now. So if we're gonna get anything, the rage one. The rage one's so good though, and we can't get both, right? I'm bad at math, but 270, I think we can get both.
I would. I mean, this is so tempting. We don't have a lot of ways to give rage, but we have some.
Right, we've got the consume. Yeah, let's go for it.
And also, deranged brute combos with it. So
rage on the floor adds +2.
Yeah. So, all right, and you want the split anvil, right? It's good for Cycle of Life. We can cast that and cast everything else too.
Let's get it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's maybe
let's see how we do. Yeah, we're
intending to stream for around an hour. We're getting close. Let's go into the battle.
Cool. That sounds great.
And then maybe we're not going to finish it, but
let's see how it goes. I want to see if we can. Yeah. All right. This guy's cool.
Who are we fighting now?
So we're fighting Fel. And so for bosses, for big bosses, which we haven't shown this stream, we showed last stream. We'll talk about here in a minute. They don't have trials. They just have permutations. They are already very strong. So Fel and her allies will add Scourge cards to your hand and deck. Scourge cards are bad cards. So this battle is going to kind of junk up our deck. We're going to have to spend Ember, time, resources to take care of that, or it just gets worse and worse for us. So that's going to be a challenge.
All right.
So let's fight. Let's talk about what big bosses are. So mini bosses are what we fought so far in this run today. Level 3, 6, and the final boss are all what we call big bosses. And they're big because, well, we'll see in a minute. They hang out on the side of your train, fly around, and are very large. That said, they do have 1 weakness and 1 strength, so they will do things to you every turn. But you can also do damage to them if you clear things out in front of them. And you'll often want to. They do a bunch of damage. They will eventually go to Relentless and act like the mini bosses did, climbing up your tower, up to the top floor. But we're going to want to try to do some damage to them while we're fighting them. We have AE, which can do that. We have other things that can do that. But also, Fel, this boss, also spawns in these statues in all the variants. So you kind of have to deal with these statues first. And they're even going to protect the waves as they move up.
Right.
And this wave is kind of a jerk wave. Maybe we should nerf it at some point. But these guys are also going to add bad cards unless, we can take care of it because we have AE.
So Fel herself summoned in the Weight of Contrition card.
Right.
Which if we don't, so we have to spend 2 Ember to cast this card. And if we don't, and it stays in our hand, which is what the reserve keyword is talking about, our pirate will take 2 damage if we don't cast this card.
Right.
So I think we probably should.
Yeah.
So I think I would play the Sentient in our bottom floor. And our Husk Hermit in the bottom floor behind it.
Okay.
That means we're going to get rid of all these Absolvers, because we really don't want these guys to live.
Right.
We really don't, because these guys, at the end of a turn, add a self-mutilation card to the top of our deck, which is another one of these type of negative cards that you don't want. And when they put it on the top of the deck, it means we're going to draw them immediately. So if we let all 3 of those guys live, that means our next hand, we draw 5 cards by default per turn. It's going to have 3 of these junky cards, these Scourge cards that we don't want.
Yep. Oh, it's so bad.
So we should probably try to kill them. I mean, we have multiple ways to kill them right now.
Right. But I think the sweep's a pretty good strategy. I'm on board with this. We can start kind of clearing that out.
Let's play our sweep unit. I mean, I think we can probably kill them just with Bent too.
Oh, definitely.
But let's get rid of the Weight of Contrition. We don't want to keep this in our deck.
On board. So probably maybe use vent elsewhere.
Do you want to get the
Like
damage
top
on
floor?
the boss?
Yeah, let's get a little damage. Let's put a little damage on the top
Alright.
floor here.
So these AoE spells can also damage the flying bosses. So there we go. We got 9 damage.
Oh, and interestingly, it counted the 3, which makes sense. So that combination actually made torch free.
Made torch free. Nice.
So because of our anvil.
Right.
So
You want to put it on the boss or
I would
somewhere
do the
else?
statue, I think. Like,
Which one? This one?
Yeah, let's do the bottom floor.
All right. Just try to get it out of the way.
Start clearing it out of the way.
All right. Dizagi asks, like the artifact options too, lets you build your strategy as you go along and synergize. Yep, definitely. And it's really interesting to think about when you're presented with a choice between 2 or 3, as it is at the merchant, which one's going to be most effective for your current run.
Right.
All right. End turn.
End turn. We're out of options.
All right. Feels good, man. Feels good to get rid of those guys. I just lost a run earlier today where I was unable to kill these guys, these absolvers. And as you saw, 2 more came in. So there were 5 in my train. I ended the turn, and my entire hand was just those negative bad cards, self-mutilation.
That bad feeling.
It's real bad.
They can really junk you up. All right, so we have a tough choice here. If we play that Awake, the rest of our hand is free because of the anvil.
Right, but then we won't be able to play the Brute.
But we won't be able to play the Brute, which we just keep delaying. So, I mean, I kind of want to play that regen. Would be great. I think
It is good.
Yeah, I think we might want to just go down that road.
All right, let's do it. Awake there, and then Glimmer the Room, which is going to be good. And
Yeah.
we get even more damage on the boss, the Rejuvenate
I
effect.
think so.
Torch.
There you go.
This is a good deck. And sadly, we can't play our Brute, though.
Right.
Next time. All right, San Francisco asks, what is your favorite character that we've seen today? Well, in terms of player cards, let's take it from player cards. What's your
Sure.
favorite, Andrew? We've got the Sentient, the Brute, the Husk Hermit, the Train Steward, the lowly Train Steward.
I do like the Train Steward. You can be surprised how many strategies make it work.
There is at least one artifact that specifically boosts Train Stewards. We kind of see them as like a unit that you normally don't want to keep in your deck. It's kind of your starter unit, but you can make them actually very strong, which is going to be funny.
I think I might go with Train Steward. I like the design too. Like, it's just a fun design. It's this guy with a fire head.
All right, I like Husk Hermit. I think Husk Hermit, and we've upgraded him nicely this time. Him, her, it.
Yeah.
I like Husk Hermit is cool. So, all right, let's end turn here. What do you think? You want to go all the way through this battle?
I think we can wrap it up. All
right.
Yeah, we'll play quick. We'll talk about what we're doing, but we'll keep it going.
Okay.
All right. So they did throw another Scourge on us, which is going to slow us down. Bottom floor is being taken care of. I would probably play that Train Steward, maybe top floor. Start just kind of like clearing it out, getting some damage. So really, against Fel, you often want to fill up the floors and start doing some damage to the statues every turn because they just kind of hang out, chill, take damage. So we got rid of the Scourge. Probably don't want to send anything. So
Doesn't matter.
I guess with that shield guy, but it doesn't matter. They're just gonna die.
Whatever.
We'll drop him. There we go. That Rejuvenate came off the regen, which is great. Okay, so we got Spike of the Hellhorn, which is not going to decay anymore. In this case, I think I would just drop that Spike full cost. I don't think I'd do that.
No.
No, Spike of the... Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You're going to love this. Spike of the Hellhorn is going to make it free. Rage is not going to decay, so we'll put on our multi-strike guy. This deck is very good, although we still are probably going to lose to the last boss. You guys won't have to see that. You'll be gone by then. So
Right.
now everything's free.
Yeah, because that was cast at a cost of 6.
Right.
So we had 3 Ember, and then we had the +3. So then
Mega combo. I love
we
this.
had Split Anvil, then everything went down to...
Yeah, so now we can Cycle of Life front guy. Yeah.
Front, Glimmer.
Bam, just damage.
Restore.
Damage. No, back guy. Do it on
the boss.
Fel, yeah.
The regen... regen
Oh,
happens at
you
the
could
end.
be right.
That happens
Regen's at the end. Regen's at the end. Yep. How does he have so much health? Ooh. There's so many options there. All right, we got junked again. We got all this stuff.
It's looking good.
Less ability to make things free. We put a bunch of armor on our guy. The Brute we can't put on the floor with all the rage, sadly.
I would awake again to get the regen. combo.
Let's do it. Let's get that regen.
And that means we will take this damage, but I'm fine. Let's do that.
Oh, the boss? The boss has so much health. It's just how they work. They're mean. But you can do damage to them right now, so it's great. Yeah. All right, so you're deciding to just take a little damage off the weight.
Yep.
It's late enough in the fight. We think it won't hurt too bad. You're probably right. So it does a little damage there to us. We took 2. You know?
I lost a little.
It's not a perfect run anymore.
It's not a perfect run.
Or
yeah.
perfect battle. But yeah, it's okay.
All right.
Oh, we're gonna win right here.
Looks
Early
like we've already
victory.
won.
Wow.
I'm just gonna go fast.
I feel like our game is harder than this.
Oh, whoops! I
just
even
good.
misplayed. I should have played that torch that became free.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Well, we have no covenant enabled, so.
Oh, we're on no covenant.
Yeah.
No wonder this is so easy.
You know, we
No
played the
challenge.
game hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
We kinda
No, this
know-
is no covenant.
know what we're
This is
doing.
nothing, of course.
All right.
Newbie mode. All right. Well, anyway, I think that'll do it. I think we're gonna wrap it up right about here. If there's any more quick questions, feel free to let us know. Also, obviously, Thursday. This Thursday, the very next Thursday we have in 6 days from now, 10 a.m. PST. Beta keys will be going out. Make sure you sign up by then. Make sure your friends sign up by then because there is some multiplayer that's going to be in the beta. Super
Yep.
fun. We haven't shown it off at all. TheMonsterTrain.com. I'm sure there's a link in the channel.
Yep. The beta's going to run for
Genesis
3
kid like
weeks.
that.
3 weeks.
3
So
weeks.
you have a limited amount of time to do it. So if you want to do it, please
give
sign
us
up.
your feedback. We're gonna take that. We're gonna use it. We're gonna make the game even better.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. All right. That's the whole summary. So,
Well,
thanks for watching.
yeah, thank
we're
you.
gonna be streaming on Thursday as well, right? I think.
Yes.
So maybe not Friday. We'll see, but definitely streaming on Thursday. We'll show off some cool stuff.
We'll play multiplayer with anybody who's online and wants to play. So,
So get in there.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.